What's up, fuckers? It's your boys. You guys filed a class action lawsuit, told us not to stream again. Guess what, fuckers? Didn't hold up in court. Here we are, IPX, back from the fucking dead for, is it like the 8th time now? I think it's 8 times. It's some shit like that.
I think it's 8 times.
Ridiculous shit. It's some fucking moronic dog shit, poopy bad, fucking no way. Poopy bad. The fuck is...
So, a lot of you, this segment will be uploaded separately from the main funny moments that we usually do. I believe that it is due some sort of explanation of why we've been gone for the past year. Unfortunately, legally, we can't say what actually happened. That's the frustrating part. So, I will say this before Nick takes it away.
Yeah.
There was a crime that was committed. Don't worry, nobody's dead. But we can say that the culprit who committed the crime is in prison.
I'm gonna say that since the trial's over, I can say what happened, but for reasons I think are pretty simple, I'm not gonna like elaborate. My mom got hurt real bad. And was in the hospital. Combined, we moved into, like you guys know, we moved into a new house. But then, because we're living at that time with my sister's boyfriend, sucks. And not in like a he didn't like go through the roof if she didn't have dinner on the table. Nothing as fucking simply dealt with as that. Not some shit I could just kill him for, right? That made it very difficult for me to be around him because a lot of that shit I put on him. It's on the guy that almost killed my mom too. But this boyfriend of my sister's. There's a lot of shit that's his fault. He handled it very poorly. I could not be around him, so I spent a lot of time at my mom's house, which became an environment I could not stream in, right? But so we're here now. No sister's boyfriends. We're in the new house, the bigger house. I'm sitting here in my room, comfy ass gaming chair. Fucking, we're good to go. All right. So that I apologize because it's been pretty much me. We have. You, Patrick, and Kevin streamed since I've been gone, is that right?
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to because that's also the second part of the story of why we have been gone. For the past 7 months, my aunt has had Bell's palsy.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And so what happened was her face was, half her face was completely frozen. She could not talk. It was just a nightmare to have around. Well, not really a nightmare, it's just a nightmare to deal with. I love my aunt, she's been taking care of me.
It's been a nightmare. You've had a very hard time
for the past 11 years. And so, I've been dealing with that for the past 7 months, plus with work and dealing with all this shit with Nick, because he literally had to call me up and say, hey, I need you to come into my house, and I need you to leave your phone in the car, and he literally told me exactly what happened.
Well, the fucking issue in cases like this is the opposite, because the dude is wrong, and they have him dead to rights. The thing is that most victims in the position that my mother was in, lots of them, and not to bash them or anything, but unfortunately the immediate compulsion is to do things to yourself that are very logical, but the defense, because when you're defending someone who is so obviously in the wrong like this, the immediate thing is you have to say that they lied. This man's lawyer had to say that my mother was lying. But my mother, being a nurse who has seen this and has gone through this before, knew what to do. So perfect fucking witness, case open, shut. But the prosecution would have looked for anything. So we couldn't risk nothing. We couldn't risk nobody finding out. And that's why I won't say the name. I won't even say what this man did. I will just say that it was a man almost killed my mother. And in fact,
and he's in prison. Case closed.
He's in jail. And in fact, once they caught him, he did not get to go back to his house. He has not been out of prison since they caught him. Because that's what you do when someone commits a crime. The police take that motherfucker, and the judge. So again, man's lawyer was like, obviously has to argue that he's not violent. And the man's lawyer was like, well, Your Honor, he's not a fucking risk. Okay, he won't run. And the judge was like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I'm not giving this man even a fucking chance.
Because he's violent, and there is a risk.
And we will say this: he's gonna probably die in prison. Good for him.
I don't know. Somehow I doubt it, but I can dream. I do dream about that quite a fucking bit, actualmente.
Mayor Kingstown up in this bitch. By the way, that's a good show. You should watch it.
Oh yeah, if y'all haven't seen Mayor of Kingstown, I do boast.
Jeremy Renner. Very, very good. Very, very great show. Nick introduced me to that show, and I was just like, I'm kind of skeptical. And then I'm like, oh my god.
Shit is hardcore. That's why I like it.
So anyway, back to, and then with my aunt, a little bit of update of that. Just today, she had an MRI, and they literally showed it to the doctor, and the doctor told her that he'll get back to her on Monday, but they did found something. So apparently, all I can say right now,
Yeah.
because this is all they found out, was like there's fluid inside of her brain.
Well, actually, I have an update Jeff hasn't heard yet. It's some good news, actually.
Yeah.
So when my mom was hurt, yeah, that's right. Knox Lunar Wing, you're absolutely right. Guy got what he deserves. That's correct. But so bit of update for you guys. When that happened, it messed up her stomach in a particular way, and they had to like put something in her stomach, right? And what's very difficult about that is it is my mother's like worst fear. Like as a nurse, she's seen that before. She very desperately wanted that to never happen to her. It did happen to her. It was very difficult, and it made things very difficult for her. But so there's surgery you can do that removed it. And for a very long time, we thought that this was not going to go well. Well, a couple months ago, they looked at the wound, right? And they were like, oh my god, that looks amazing. That has healed pretty much perfectly. So she went into surgery yesterday, and it went phenomenal. It went as well as it could have gone. It went as well as it has ever gone for that doctor. I believe those were his words. And she woke up this morning. She's doing fantastic. A scar, obviously, but she's doing great, you know? So she's in Syracuse right now, you know, because we live where me and Jeff live, bumfuck ass hospital, and my mom has worked there, so it's not to say that nobody there does their fucking job. It's an accreditation thing. Syracuse.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know, much bigger hospital, you know, doctors that can actually do shit.
Much bigger budget.
A much bigger budget, which is why my mom was a travel nurse there for I think a couple years. Travel nurses get paid much better. I don't know if you know.
She's the head of our cardiac vascular thing here.
Well, she was, but she got injured for so long, like, you know, she couldn't work, and then she couldn't work for long enough that they had to fire her, like legally, and they did everything they could to keep her, but like legally, there was nothing they could do.
I know your mom's the best.
There is.
Yeah, we can tell you many shoddy stories about how our hospital compared to others done, because I've told Nick my lung surgery story. He's like, that's kind of stupid.
The thing, again, it's since they don't try, but it's an accreditation thing, and that's a budget thing. Just where we live, there's no way a town like ours could have a hospital. But I heard from my mom all the time, it's not for lack of trying. They're doing the best they can. It's just you know, sometimes for procedures as delicate as this, shit can happen. Shit sometimes happens, you know.
But anyway, that concludes why we've been gone for over a year, and we haven't been able to fucking stream anything. Trust me, we feel. Let's fucking admit. We had to deal with our shit first, so we didn't kind of feel any kind of guilt of not returning.
I mean, I do. It's not that I don't feel bad. I do, you know. In any case,
so
we're here. Happy to be back. Hope to be doing lots of night stuff for you. Very excited about it. I'm playing it as we speak, and I enjoy it.
Yep. And let me just get back into the game. I've just been sitting on that menu just so we can get that segment out.